All right, everybody. Welcome back to another edition of The Big Sad. I'm your host, Jason Johnson, along with
Jack Neal
and
Raymond Cabrera.
No, don't start this shit. No.
It's Blake Bolton.
Yeah.
Thanks. Thank you for saying your actual name. Yes.
Oh, shit.
Oh, God. That just gave me PTSD, dude.
Yeah.
Like, no.
I just shook y'all up
Where'd
so much.
you find old episodes to realize that's what Raymond used to do?
I forgot that was even a thing until you did it. And then just the rage in me was just like, fuck this. I'm out. I'm going home.
Well, don't worry. If he really is Raymond Cabrera, he's not going to say anything for the next hour.
Yeah.
So, you know.
That'll be fun, throwing it around.
Yeah.
Throw it around the horn, too.
Until we say something about wrestling, and then he'll go on for an hour or so.
Now I'm pissed. I don't want to talk about wrestling.
No, it's so funny. I've been catching up on that, or I caught up on that documentary they did, that kind of behind the scenes series they did.
Yeah.
Which is awesome. That's the shit I love. You know, we've talked about it. The documentaries where the old guys talk about stories from the past and behind the scenes and all, they're great.
Yeah.
But man alive, I've heard it on like a couple, 3 podcasts now where there be
Behind the scenes of what?
WWE.
Oh,
Yeah.
so we are talking about wrestling. Okay.
Yeah. Well, just for a second here. But
right.
no, we're not talking about wrestling, but I'm talking about the fandom that is pissed. They're like, you don't need to be seeing all that. It's going to ruin it for the kids.
Well, I can kind of understand because I had the same thought. I was like, I like this, but I imagine wrestling fans, like diehards, are fucking so mad right now.
Yeah,
just
they're
like
so pissed that kayfabe is gone.
I mean, it's completely out the window with that.
I mean, hell, they're even fucking like putting you in the rooms where they're making the decisions of who's going to win and who's, who are we pushing, why are we pushing them, and all that shit.
But as a fan of what me and you talk about, I just it is very fascinating. I think I saw like it was Triple H and one guy. And they were like, "Okay, you got to get out there now." And so like he runs from behind the control panel and fucks with this wrestler as they're coming out.
Right.
And then the words exchange are pretty interesting of like, you fucking brought me here for this shit. And like, it was like, what the, and then he gets behind, he's like, sorry, man, I didn't know what to say. He's like, don't apologize. That was great. And I was just like, well, that's an interesting moment. I can see where a wrestling fan is like, why are they apologizing?
Right.
I mean, that's like another level. There's being friendly and then they're apologizing for each other. It's like, you're supposed to be somewhat enemies.
If it's pissing off authentic fans, I'm for it. Do more of that.
Yeah, the people that are like super sucked into that are pretty wild. There was a big MMA not debate, but like a big thing this weekend that it's kind of thrown everything into disarray because it was a championship fight and a guy. The guy who was challenging for the belt, he put this guy in what's called a crucifix, and he just beat on this guy. Not hard, just little taps because he couldn't fully get momentum to hit this guy.
Right.
For 23 minutes out of 25.
Jesus
and
Christ.
And people are, and it's like you got two opinions. You got people that are like, if you don't want to watch grappling or you don't want to watch jiu-jitsu, don't fucking watch UFC.
Yeah.
And then you have other factions of fans that are like, no, I am a fan. I can get down with the fucking jiu-jitsu, but that shit is weak as fuck.
Yeah.
And plus the build-up is like this guy screaming Allah Akbar and I'll kill you and he's going to die tomorrow. And you're like,
Which one got beat up?
his name was Drickus.
Like the guy that
DDP.
said that got beat up, or this guy that said that beat the other guy
No,
up?
the guy who held the belt, who was the champ, he lost it to this guy that's like, I'll kill everybody, and it really is like, I've found it very interesting. I've kind of dived a little bit back into UFC, and a lot of people do compare it to if this was on the street. Which you're like, well, that's fucking crazy, because if this was on the street, you could kick someone in the head. So none of this qualifies, right? But
That was the last time I cared about fighting, was when Kimbo Slice would fucking
Just rock people. Yeah.
backyard fights.
The
If it
eye
was in the
popping
Middle
out.
East, I'd have had an M4 and a 30-round magazine. Let's see how your shit talks then. Right? Let's go for it.
But it was just so funny. It's like, if that was the case with this fight, it'd be like, yeah, you'd kill that guy in like 7 hours. I mean, like,
Yeah.
it would take you
Yeah.
forever to murder this motherfucker.
Yeah. He just held the guy down and said, stop hitting yourself for a fucking, he's a bully. That's all he is.
And I give it up for though for DDP and his coaching staff.
Yeah.
They were like, no, we want like maybe one fight before, but we want the rematch immediately. They don't know how big of sore losers we actually fucking are. I was like, respect to them for being like, yeah, we're bitches. We want that shit back.
Right.
But it is, it was a very interesting weekend of like this big build-up. I was super psyched too. I stayed up till fucking 11 o'clock, and then thank God I was streaming it though.
Yeah.
Yeah, which you won't have to anymore if you get Paramount Plus.
Yep. That's what I'm watching right now. I'm watching a murder show on Paramount Plus. It's called Murder 360.
Is it in real life or is it scripted?
Yeah. No, these are real murders.
Back to your murder.
The first
shows.
one is about a 17-year-old girl who murdered a 9-year-old girl.
Damn.
Yeah.
It's amazing how much murder actually happens in this country.
Fuck ton.
Yeah.
Yeah. Enough to cover about 30 or 40 shows going on, and then a multitude of podcasts about it.
There's so many murders that you're going into old murders that weren't solved to get entertainment out of this shit.
Yeah.
Dude,
Yeah.
have y'all ever heard of Mr. Ballin?
I've heard that name.
Dude, I might have told you about it. He's a YouTube guy that tells stories of like a lot of murders. Just like I think he says the dark, mysterious something. He's like an amazing storyteller, and he'll tell like unsolved mysteries or shit like that. It's so fucking good. He's exploded.
Mr. Ballin.
Mr. Ballin. It's the best. It's my go-to whenever I want the dark shit. I go to him.
Yeah.
And he's got hundreds of videos now.
Yeah.
Good shit.
Yeah, you keep scraping the bottom of the barrel, you're just going to get more fucked up stories. Like,
Yeah.
It's so terrible.
You start getting into the shit the news didn't tell people about because they just have too much fear afterwards.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's like my the very first psychiatrist I ever went to, and I was sitting there, and she's like, so what are you interested in? And we got to talking about all kinds of different things. But then I said, at one point I was like, I've always kind of wanted to study serial killers.
Oh, God. I thought you were going to say hurt a man.
Yeah, I've always kind of wanted to, just
I don't know.
grab
I
him by
got,
his throat. And
I got
hold
creeped
him.
out by the sentence of the very first psychiatrist I ever went to. Like,
Oh, I've seen quite a few.
Yeah.
The first one.
Nice.
But they, but when I said, serial killers, she goes, why? Yeah, I mean, just stopped cold and was like, why? And I said, I have so much empathy. I don't understand how they can do it, why they do it. I want to know what makes them tick, why they don't have empathy.
That was a good cover.
Yeah, exactly. And she looked at me and she just goes, there is nothing there.
Yeah.
She said, I studied them. She did her residency with the FBI doing what's it called, behavioral sciences with them. And she said she had interviewed tons of them, and she said that the worst part is that 95%, she had to look at files with all this shit in it. 95% of the shit that serial killers do, they will never tell the public about because everyone would never leave their house again.
Yeah.
It's like Norm MacDonald said, wasn't the worst part the murders?
I think the worst part was that shit's so fucking funny. I don't think that's the worst. Ain't the worst part.
You said 90% don't admit to other things they've done?
No.
What did you say? Sorry.
The stuff they know they did, that's actually written down in their files, 95% of that shit is never released to the public because it's so fucking gruesome. People just wouldn't leave their fucking houses anymore.
Yeah.
It's just, it's.
I think it's funny that it's like the ones that have the only way you can describe it is popped.
Yeah.
Like, you have John Wayne Gacy.
Right,
and
yeah. The ones who finally just popped, you know, and then
Richard Ramirez.
made it to the big time.
Yeah.
It's wild. She said that the best example she could give me was that of the way they work is like we may have an intrusive thought, like, I wonder what a baby would taste like cooked up in a pan. And then we go, ooh, no, why'd you think that? Mm-hmm. They think that and then start looking for a baby.
Yeah.
Because they just, to them, that's nothing. It's like, oh, okay, yeah, I want to figure out what that tastes like.
Yeah.
You know?
That's crazy.
Yeah.
They're doers.
Yeah, that's right. They get shit done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well done, apparently, is the best way you can do that, by the
That's
way.
pussy. That's a pussy way to fucking cook a baby, dude.
Well, you never know what kind of diseases those things are carrying, you know? You want to get sure that's cooked all the way.
That would be a funny thing of like a, what is it called when you eat a person? Cannibalism, like a skit where it's just a cannibal, but he does it well done, and people are like, the other cannibals are like, dude, what a fucking bitch this guy is.
Man, I want my shit still bleeding. I want a good doctor to be able to give it CPR and get it back up and running again, man.
This guy puts ketchup on his babies.
Yeah.
What, the ketchup was gross?
I'm just thinking about my own baby and the fucking screams and terror it would have. It'd be really, really sad.
This is really good and different. You know, there's something different about this. I got you. It's beef. It's actually beef. I'm just fucking with you.
It's a real cow.
Yeah. Holy shit.
Speaking of murderers, hold on, sidetrack. Who owns most of the like railroads and trains?
Oh shit.
What's a big name?
Georgia Pacific. No, that's paper. Southern Pacific.
Southern Pacific.
Union.
Union Pacific.
Union Pacific. Yeah.
Let out Louis, who's the hot guy that killed the CEO.
Oh yeah.
Let him out. Let him
Are you
murder.
playing fucking Mad Libs right now?
No,
fucking
I want that guy.
Luigi
Mangione needs
yeah.
to murder the fucking Union Pacific people because I'm
for stopping
fucking tired
Yep.
of these goddamn trains.
For
Everybody
stopping trains in this
everybody
town.
wants to complain about the college kids. Look, you live in a college town, and I thought about this.
Yeah.
I was like, what about the people that were here before? They weren't. They're dead.
Yeah, those
this
people are
college
long gone.
Has been here for a while. Deal with the kids.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Suck it up. Go after the trains.
Yeah.
Murder the people in charge.
Yes.
And then
sick.
they'll be stopped permanently.
There's
Yeah,
fucking trains
at the fucking
every
station.
fucking where, man.
Dude, I got stopped on my way home, and then I got stopped on my way here.
Yeah.
And
I
I'm
will have
just
to say
sick
though,
of it.
this town is proactive on that shit. They've already built the 2 overpasses, and now they're going to build one down here.
Yeah, after
And so-
cops have died while in transit.
Yeah, I know.
I don't call that proactive.
There's been people. That's a big thing. That who was it? This Week Tonight, John Oliver.
Mm-hmm.
He did an entire thing on how the trains will just stop in the middle of roads, and there have been ambulances that couldn't get to people that died because they couldn't get the ambulance there. All kinds of shit like that. So that's the reason why you're going to start seeing a lot more overpasses on trains and stuff. But the problem is too, it just takes for fucking ever to build that shit.
Yeah, for sure.
But it took them a month to get the roads we already have up to code so that we don't have to listen to the horns blaring, which didn't really bother me. I don't like, whatever reason, train horns don't bother me that much.
I'm sorry, just the way we got there was such a funny of you just like watching you connect these dots.
Yeah.
It was the first time I've ever seen a guy at a pegboard try to connect the red strings, but you did it. I'm like, oh, all right.
So yeah,
See, here we got
release
dead babies
Luigi.
down to Luigi Mangione over to Union Pacific Railroad. All right, building overpasses, and we're done.
And fuck it, he can take out Georgia Pacific too. I don't care about paper.
Yeah, fuck paper.
Yeah.
We'll all
Fuck
get
digital.
bidets.
Damn. Well, how else do you want shit transported in this country?
I know. I knew that was the first.
That's always
well,
the big
Blake,
thing.
how do you think you're going to get your products? I don't know.
I think maybe Americans could do with a little less product.
Yeah.
You know?
Supposedly they're going to lower the age to 18 for truck drivers.
Oh.
And
I thought
then
you were going to say cigarettes or weed or something.
no, but I'm
Darn.
gonna say if they do that, legalize meth. Because that's the only way. That was the golden age of trucking. Is not when we never had legal meth, but when meth was
How's the year
rampant.
go?
Meth and whores. That's the only way that got you by.
Meth and lot lizards.
Yeah.
That's how Amazon works. Fuck the trains.
Yeah. As we've talked about before on this podcast, I'm sure you don't know. Best way to be a serial killer? Truck driving.
Truck
Yep.
driving.
There you go.
100%. We're going to bring
Yeah.
it right back around.
Yeah, I guess you're traveling enough. You could just
Yeah.
dip out and be like,
Oh, you could pick up a lot lizard here. Fucker, murderer, throw it in the back of your truck.
Yeah.
And then 400 miles down the road, you chunk her out next to the fucking highway, and
Go drop those Doritos off.
I mean, let's be
Nobody's
honest.
looking
you
anyway.
You could murder that lot lizard in her original lot and leave it,
yeah,
and it's
yeah,
good chance you're okay.
yeah, probably.
You're okay, maybe. Yeah, but then you fuck with the whole ecosystem of this small town.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then the cops are going to have to come. Then these lot lizards, they can't lot lizard no more. Truck drivers ain't going to stop at that town. That gas station's done. They closed down the plant. Fucking.
Damn.
You go from a 60,000 town to 1,000 town.
Yep.
Like, you really got to think about these things if you're going to fucking murder
right.
these lot lizards
Damn.
across the country.
All right, I'll go back to the drawing board.
You know where you can think about that? Stop at a train.
Yeah. Stop at the train. Yeah.
You can really go through these things. Boy, he can't yes and today, but he can connect subjects.
But you had a really good idea there, Blake. Therapy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've only ever been to one therapist when I was younger,
Yeah.
and I don't.
When you
I don't.
killed that cat.
Yeah.
I get it.
No, I never killed it. My brother once shot a cat in the eye with an airsoft gun,
Oh shit.
and I think about that to this day.
Yeah, I would too.
Yeah.
We were like little kids, but still.
Yeah, when it's
I was
like
thinking about
real
that.
impressionable.
This
Yeah.
morning, I got to work, and one of my coworkers, I'm inside the office section. We have like a shop, and then I'm in the office with the printers and shit, and a coworker rolls in a big ass trash can.
Yeah.
Doesn't say a word, just rolls it in, and it's clearly an outside trash can. I'm like, what the fuck? And so I get up and I look in, and there's a possum inside of it. And it's like, when you roll it, it's like janky as fuck. So it's just crazy. And I immediately was like, I need to help this possum.
Right.
So I was like, what the fuck are you doing? I took it and carried it because I didn't want to like rattle it around, and
Right.
took it out and let it go, and it just went out. But we were talking about it, and I was like, I don't fuck with. He thought I was crazy because I wanted to
Coworker
save
sitting
it.
there, my dinner.
I called him podunk as fuck
Yeah.
for doing that, but he was like, I don't give a fuck about possums. And I was like,
What was he going to do with it inside the building?
yeah, he just thought it
That's
was
my
funny to bring it in and let people see that there was a possum in the trash
Hey
can.
Blake, bring me a nail gun.
Yeah. Yeah.
I gotta kill my supper.
But yeah, I was telling him about how when I was like a little kid, I remember I used to like, I didn't care as much. I wasn't like torturing animals, but like
Right.
I would do dumb shit that looking back, I'm like, I probably shouldn't have done that
Yeah.
That's
to a
that's
pet or a
Yeah.
animal or whatever. So like now I'm a lot more conscious.
conscious. Yeah.
Cautious.
It's a hard
That's why
one.
they had to do away with the McDonald triad, which you know what that is. The
No.
triad. It's the three things that they used to believe all serial killers had in common,
Oh,
and that is
yeah.
killing animals, setting fires, and wetting the bed. And they do. They a lot of them
Wetting
have
the
those
bed
three in
should've-
common.
Who didn't?
Yeah, and that's the thing they started to figure out is kids have
I
curiosity.
did all three of those things.
Yeah.
I didn't kill animals. No, I have,
Well, yeah.
but I felt immediately horrible. I
Right.
shot a
Yeah.
bird with a BB gun for the first time as a kid,
And
and
you felt like shit.
immediately was
Yeah.
like, I'm gonna go to hell for this. Like,
Yeah, and that's why they had to get rid of it, because they started finding out that a lot of people have this shit in common. It's just how did they feel after they did it? That's the thing.
the fires though.
The fire. Oh man, I love setting little fires, dude.
I have burned acres.
Yeah,
Acres.
all in one fire.
All in one
actually.
fire.
I burned a house down.
Well, you're not a kid, so it doesn't count.
Well, as much as I drank, I had the mindset of one. I'll
Yeah.
tell you that. I remember being a kid and I was lighting something on fire and it fucking, that drip of plastic.
Yeah.
It just caught my fucking thumb and it was on there. I bit and ripped that shit off and I just had an open sore. Yeah. Such a fucking dirt rat.
Wait, where did the plastic come? What are you talking about? Plastic?
I can't really remember what I set on fire. I just know that I did.
When you were a kid?
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
It was melted. No.
I thought this was connected to the house fire.
No,
you were playing with fire.
No. Yeah.
I was lighting the shingles on fire just to see what happens.
Yeah, it's been 7 years, right? I didn't commit to this crime. No, and fuck no, because I wouldn't do that because if that shit drips on your skin, it's like it's part of your skin. Unless you
I've
cut
done
it
that.
off.
I've done that.
Hurts so.
We used to
fucking
use this. It's almost like a heavy duty hot glue. It just comes in a black stick. Mm-hmm. And you would light it on fire, and we would use it in like car audio to like seal certain stuff, and it just drips.
Yeah.
But yeah, that hits, and then it's just boiling plastic on your fucking skin. You can't just wipe it off because that's just gonna spread the hot rubber all over your. I know what you're talking about.
I had a GI Joe slot car track. And one of the trucks was, Cobra, and one of the trucks was G.I. Joe, and you could actually pick up this missile with it and put it on a launcher and shit. It was really cool. But what I did was I took the Cobra truck and coated it in some flammable liquid and then filled the bed of it with said liquid. Mm-hmm. And then I made another little pool on the track. And I set the pool on the track on fire and had the Cobra truck go around the track and drive through it. And it caught.
That's pretty sick.
Yeah, it was really fucking
He's
dope,
the only
man.
kid that...
You did that inside?
Yeah.
Yeah, I understand why.
I was very little. I had no clue what I was doing.
I understand why your dad hit you that day.
Yeah. 100%.
Jason was taught about the trolley problem as a kid, and he was like, well, how can we bring fire into this?
Yeah, exactly.
I'm going to kill more people.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
But yeah, I would set all kinds of shit on fire though, just fucking with shit. Yeah.
Back in Beaumont, we have thousands of fireworks stands outside the city limits, and where basically all of us, all my friends and everything, we had access to the city limits that is like a quarter mile out of the city, so it's nothing. Yeah, but you might as well light this shit up in your own street. So we'd go out there, but it's nothing. It's just like farms, or I don't know what it is, just land. Yeah. So I went out there one night. Someone was lighting something, and all of a sudden it caught this grass, and it just started going. Yeah. And we were drinking, and someone just grabbed the bottle, and they grabbed a cup, but it was like that like, you remember in Parks and Rec when they did the cup thing, and it was like the comically large, it seemed like that, and he went and dumped it on. They were like, no, that's rum, and like, poof, this thing fucking went crazy. I don't know how we put it out, but it was so close to being like, I think because we were all like, some of us were 15 at the time. It was one of those where like someone had just got their license.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Oh, dude.
You were more bummed about losing the rum.
Yeah, kind of.
No, that's the rum. Please don't use that.
Yeah.
Y'all didn't even know that was flammable. It was just, no.
A guy just said liquid and threw it in there. Yeah, I just panicked.
Yeah.
I thought like you would figure like just a big amount of that fucking, it's not gas, you figure just dump
it is.
No. I mean,
actually, gas probably would have put it out before the rum did.
Yeah.
Well.
Thanks to Mythbusters, I know only gasoline vapor
will catch
burns.
fire. Yeah, my uncle Johnny, in order to prove to me, was
Put a
sitting there with
cigarette
there with a bucket of fucking gas. Why he had a bucket of gas, I don't know. And then put his fucking cigarette out in it and said, "See, it ain't flammable."
Mm-hmm. I still wouldn't do that.
To this day, Jack, I still don't know why he had a bucket of gas. And it was like the standard, little metal bucket, little cone shape coming up with a little metal handle on top.
He lived through the gas shortage.
Yeah.
What is the 80s or whatever.
You put it whatever you can get.
That's insane.
And then you want to put it in your gas tank, you get you a big spoon or something.
Yeah. He's siphoning the gas out of the bucket into the car.
Right, yeah.
That's fucking insane.
Yeah, I never figured out why the fuck he had that bucket of gas.
That's some country shit right there.
It's probably, honestly, it's probably for like whenever he would grease his own bearings and stuff up,
Clean
in
them
his
stuff.
car and stuff. It's probably to get grease off his hands.
Yeah.
A lot of people used to just, gasoline. It'll take that shit right off, but
Yeah.
they can give you cancer too. But hey, what the fuck,
What doesn't?
Yeah, exactly.
Good Lord.
Oh shit.
And you might as well race to the finish line, I guess, at that point.
Yeah, I know like roof and tar and shit. I've had to use gasoline to get that shit off my hands before. So yeah, I mean there is reasons why.
Roof and tar is the most
Roof and tar.
hillbilly name of something I've ever heard.
You can name you.
Hey, Bob, you got some extra roof and tar over there I can borrow?
What'd you name that boy? Roof and Tar.
Yeah.
He's a level 6 wizard in Dungeons and Dragons. His name's Roof and Tar.
I'm thinking it's the name of twins.
Yeah.
Roof and Tar.
Tar.
Hey, Roof and Tar, get over here.
I thought it'd be funny. Look funny on the birth certificate.
Shit, man. I was high on meth and drinking PBR. I didn't know what the fuck I was doing.
It's hilarious.
I burned down the one. I've had some like big fires that were just brush fires that would self-extinguish because it ran out of fuel, I guess.
Yeah.
But the big one, we were just out in the woods because we would sneak out at night when we were probably 15,
Yeah.
and we surprisingly we weren't drinking. We would have dip.
Yeah.
As much that's as like
Yeah.
hardcore as we were.
Yeah.
We'd sneak out at night, meet up. There'd be like 10 of us meet up on bicycles, go to the
All
woods.
10 of you throwing up from doing dip.
Yeah. But yeah, we would just meet in the woods somewhere and camp. And we would build little fires and have a little fire going. And I just remember one of these got loose, and it was close to like a like a super wealthy neighborhood. And I mean it like diameter 200 yards. Just a giant circle of burned everything.
Good Lord.
And
Good Lord.
like we didn't call anybody.
Yeah.
We stayed the whole fucking time, watched
yeah.
it until it stopped. But
Yeah,
we were
crazy.
so dumb because
Yeah.
if it had gotten somewhere, it had taken houses down.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
It would have taken everything.
I'd have got the fuck out of there. I've been like, these detectives going to have to do their job on this one. Yeah, we never had like woods to fuck around in. My friends in college, they moved into a place after I had left, and when I went to visit them, they're like, "Yeah, we like to go out in the woods." I'm like, "What?"
Dude, the woods, that's where I grew up.
Well,
We had so many woods.
Well, so they took me and Addie out in the woods, and they got into also climbing shit. Like they would go climb Walmart. I'm like, okay, like it's Nacogdoches. I'm like, just drink. Like, why are we doing parkour? This is weird. A dude fell. He got like 3/4 up. They said he slipped, and it was like ting, ting, ting.
Jesus.
Yeah. Anyway, but so one time they're like, we went to visit. They're like, yeah, come out. We'll take you out in the woods and we'll show you what we're doing. So like, there's this big like, looks like just cell phone. I don't know. It's just tower up there. And we passed this couch, and they're like, yeah, this was ours. We set it on fire out here. I'm like, what the fuck have y'all been doing?
We had a burned couch. We had a burned couch in the woods.
It was just like,
Nice.
What's happened since I've left? I've
Here's
been
where we
gone this
bring
summer.
girls and fuck them. Out here on the burn couch.
The woods is where I first drank too. We found an
course.
unopened 12
You're
pack.
Southern, right?
Yeah.
Hot. Just a hot 12 pack.
Ugh.
And split that. And we all had like 2 or 3 beers, and I remember probably not actually drunk, but just at like to each other, just I'm wasted.
Oh,
And
yeah,
just
of course.
going
Of
all
course.
over town.
Yeah, that time we were out there, my buddy Ty actually reminded me maybe like a year ago. He's like, do you remember we took you out in the woods? I'm like, kinda. He's like, you don't remember when me, you, and Addie had to run from the man on the horse? And it was just a guy who was like watching the property. It was like a lantern. It felt like the headless horseman went by us and was like, all you heard was, get the fuck out of here. And we were like, what? I thought I dreamt it. It was the most surreal thing ever. And we did. I was like, you fucking fall off that tower, dude. I don't know why we're out here.
Fuck yeah. Dude,
Fuck no, it sucked.
You ever climb the
We're
water?
26.
God, did you think he was talking about like 15-year-old Jack?
No,
Yeah.
that's what I said in college. This
Oh,
was
I
happening.
didn't even realize. Hear you when you said
Still college. Where are you?
No,
Is that
we
normal?
went back to visit
Oh,
my two buddies.
Okay.
It was not normal for them to be there that
Okay.
long.
Anyway.
No, I was going to school for a film degree and realized real quick I don't need this shit.
that's a good
Yeah.
So I left.
idea for a film.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Guess.
Deciding you didn't need to go to college.
Yep. And the big crux of it is
Do you ever
me in
climb?
the woods.
You ever climb the water tower?
No, I don't climb shit.
You ever climb the water? Oh man,
Me and heights, we don't mix.
I kind of learned that while climbing a water tower.
Oh, that's a great place to learn it.
You get high enough up there.
Especially if you freeze while you're up there.
Yeah.
I have climbed a water tower. That's part of my job in the military. But man, I hated it every fucking
You
second.
didn't do it recreationally?
No.
Dude, doing it, you get like 3/4 the way up, and you realize I'm terrified, and I'm exhausted. But it's
Yeah.
gonna take less energy to just go to the top. And so we went to the top, and I'm just like shaking, hating it,
Yep.
and just knowing I'm gonna have to go back down. It was horrible, and I think that like escalated my fear of heights.
Jesus Christ.
And no.
I can't look down. I can look out. I can be on top of the tallest building ever.
Mm-hmm.
I can look out at the scenery. If you have me look down, all I think about is my dad coming up from behind me and going, "Rah!"
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, I learned like that's my thing is I can do heights to the extreme as long as there's safety. Like if I had like a harness, no problem. But or as long as there's like a guardrail, because I remember at my last sign job, I had to help install a billboard, and I get up there and you can go like in between. There's a little catwalk in between the two, and I was no problem. But then the dude was like, "Hey, I need you to walk out on the outside catwalk and throw these ropes over." And I walk over, and as soon as I step on the catwalk on the outside, and it's only 30 feet in the air,
Fuck that. What?
and I'm strapped in, like I have a harness.
okay. Yeah.
But even then, the second I stepped out and then realized like I was in the open, I involuntarily fell to my knees, went to my hands, and he was like, "All right, just like throw it up." And I was looking at him, and I was like,
I'm about to.
I can't do this. Yeah.
I cannot move.
And so he had to do everything by himself while I was just a fucking coward. And then I went back to the boss, and I was like, "Don't ever ask me to do that again."
Yeah.
I didn't know. Like I was
It's
when
not
he told me
being
to
a
do it.
coward. It's a normal
Dude.
fear response.
I got a cool picture while I was up there.
Yeah. In fact, I think heights are one of the genetic like ones we get natural, like
I mean, it
spiders.
makes sense.
You know,
Like what?
spiders.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. You ever seen that where they can hold up a picture of a spider to a baby and it'll cringe? They naturally, yeah, it's a natural fear we have of spiders. We can't.
just saw-
it's automatic.
I can
from
tell
birth.
2 videos that back that up. The first one cracked me up. It's a little girl on like a playground set, and she sees they have like a diagram of an ant that shows all the parts and everything, and she just looks at it and flips
the
shit
fuck
just
out.
from like a big like cartoon picture of an ant. Pretty cute, kind of funny. And then the other one was a little kid had like a remote control spider that would go on the ground, and he's controlling it going all over, and he picks it up and turns it towards himself, and as soon as it touches his foot, just loses his shit and
flips
is
the fuck
freaking
out.
out. It's great.
Yeah.
Well,
It's
my baby's cool.
get you a
'cause
picture of a spider and take it home. Show Brody. He'll go fucking ballistic.
he
dude.
sleeps in a crib of spiders. Huh?
He'll give a fuck.
He's dock and twisted.
He lived through a house fire. I think
That's right. Yeah.
Well, he was in a stomach. He had his own little carrying pouch
Stomach?
open around. Yeah. I don't know if you know, whenever a baby's being developed before birth, it's in a stomach.
Oh,
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
actually in a uterus, but hey, who are we?
yeah.
He's not going to know that.
Yeah,
What do
that
you
is
mean? I
true.
can't tell if you're fucking with me.
He wasn't
You're
born
fucking-
yet.
I know, but
Yeah.
stomach.
Yeah.
Well, that's your stomach area.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you said in the stomach.
Yeah. I mean, her tits got a little bigger, but it's not like 2 legs were chilling up there.
I just love the idea of Jack thinking like, yeah, it starts in the stomach and then it moves its way into wherever.
You don't know? Yeah, babies come from when girls swallow, man. It's all in the stomach.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's good.
Man, we're going through a weird thing in the house right now where either my dog, I guess either way is sick, but either something's going on with my dog because, and I've looked it up, I think she thinks she was pregnant and had puppies. It's the fucking weirdest shit I've ever seen. And so what she'll do is she started with one little toy, is like a little duck thing that you would never give to a dog because it has teeth that once it pops this thing, it could be like a gel or something.
Right.
But she's so delicate with it. It's so crazy. Yeah. She'll take it, she'll snuggle up next to it, and she never sleeps on this little bed.
Yeah.
So like first couple of days, we're like, oh, and we would take it. And we would go and put it up, and then next thing you know, she'd walk over in front of us and grab it and go back.
Yeah.
And we're like, oh, that's adorable. And then all of a sudden, it started to become stuffed animals. And like today, I went home and there were like 8 stuffed animals on her bed.
She had a litter.
And it's just the craziest thing because clearly you just can't be like, you're not pregnant.
Yeah.
We need to get you to a mental hospital. I'm sitting there the whole time. I'm like, I looked it up online, Googled it. It said this happens.
Yeah.
And it's not a tumor. Thank God. Because that's all I'm wondering. I'm like, does my dog have a fucking brain tumor? Yes. Yeah. It's like, does my dog have a fucking brain tumor? Yeah. And now I feel bad, though.
She's just depressed.
Yeah. Now I feel bad because I just keep taking her fucking kids away and putting them away. And she's got to be in her head, just be like, oh, shit.
Why do you keep hiding my children from me?
That's sad.
It is sad, but it's a little humorous, but it is the most bizarre shit.
Yeah.
Because it's right by our front door. So sometimes you'll walk in and it's like just a clear entrance. You'll look over. She's sitting there with her little duck and maybe one other thing. And then you'll walk in and it's just, you're kicking stuffed animals out of the fucking way. It's bizarre. And the craziest thing is she like turns them towards her to like feed.
Yeah.
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 Is she fixed?
No, she's not fixed. They say it's going to be like a hormonal change or some shit like that.
You know what you do, man? You stop that shit quick. You look her dead in her face, right in the eyes, rip the head off one of them stuffed animals and say, fuck your kids.
Oh, my God,
She'll stop. She'll stop.
No. You're the guy with the possum in the trash can. What's wrong with you? I don't treat our animals this
Better,
way.
you can put her down. That's a real quick way to stop it.
I don't want to do that because then I got to replace her.
Yeah.
Get her knocked up. Give her some babies.
I already got 3 of my own.
You didn't get her fixed when you got her?
No. No, Lucy's not fixed either.
That's what I would do with a girl dog. I would like, that's not a thing.
Yeah.
That's not a thing.
You don't have to do that. That's just guy dogs.
Until they start having fucking periods all over the goddamn house.
Ooh, I've never thought about that.
Yeah, not getting my deposit back on that one. I'll tell you that. Fucking Jesus Christ.
I had always had dogs that were fixed growing up, right? And then I remember the first time I walked into a friend of mine's house that had a dog that wasn't fixed and it had a fucking diaper on. Mm-hmm. Because they sell diapers for it. It has little holes for their tails to come out of and
That's
everything.
Cute.
It's cute as hell, but it's also weird. I was like, what the fuck is this? And he's like, oh, she's like in heat. I'm like, oh, God.
Yeah, I never.
You're dealing with that shit.
I don't know if it's just laziness or what, but I'm like, this shit will wash out. I ain't trying to fucking do all this shit. We got hardwood floors now. Who gives a fuck?
You can clean it up. Yeah.
Yeah, it's all good. But yeah, this is the weird. Your dogs never did that, or were they fixed?
They were all fixed.
Yeah, I can't figure it out. So weird. And I can't figure out why the older dog never did it, but this younger dog is doing it.
Well, that's the weird thing though too is I had a different situation where we had all female dogs, but Marzi, the littlest one, she would run around and mount up and hump all over the other dogs. Hold their heads down and shit and force it on them and shit.
Good Lord.
Oh yeah, she was crazy. She even did it to our cat. She fucking mounted up on the cat, and the cat was hilarious because it just kind of looked up at me like, whatever, dude.
Sounds like a cool dog.
Yeah.
Get it where you can get it.
She was cool. She was definitely our most active, and she loved to play more than any of them. But man, when she thought it was time. I got to show dominance around the yard right now. She went and showed dominance on the fucking yard.
That's
Nice.
wild.
Yeah.
That's just wild that you describe that as active.
No, I mean active as far as like wanting to play, go fetch and run and all.
I feel like you're trying to bring in a code word here. That's all. Look, man, I know the monetization on YouTube can come or not come if you use the word, but we can't be just replacing the.
Yeah.
It's a real thing women go through, you know. You
Yeah.
yeah, this guy got active on this woman the other night. She real depressed him. Oh, it really takes the fucking
funny.
teeth out of it.
It was funny because you knew all three of my dogs. So so Marzi, she would do that. She would be the humper. Mm-hmm. Well, we had Pepper, who for the longest time just laid there and took it. She didn't care and all, you know. And like I said, the cat would just look at me like, whatever, man.
Yeah.
And then, but Frankie, she did not play that shit, dude. As soon as Marzi tried to hump her, her head whipped around almost 180 fucking degrees and bit her right on the fucking snout. It was over.
Yeah.
Yeah. She did not play.
Yeah, wiener dogs don't fuck around.
No, they do not. They do not. The first day we had her, she bit me.
Well, that's not good.
Well, we set her down and she ran around the yard. Mm-hmm. And I didn't realize how fucking fast them tiny leg little fuckers were. Mm-hmm. Jesus.
Yeah.
So she got back around the house to the front door and I stopped her and grabbed her. And as soon as I grabbed her, she just bit shit out of me. Yeah. And I was like, hey, motherfucker. And she was like, sorry. And she tried to hop up in my arms at that point. And I was like, okay, cool.
Yeah. They got that bred into them. They had to run from the Allies. They knew knew
right.
their war crimes they committed.
If he catches me, I will have to go to Nuremberg and face the music.
Yeah.
I'm so lost.
You had the
Wiener dogs, they're German.
I've been knowing what y'all are talking about for 10 minutes now. I don't know what code word you were talking about earlier.
It's amazing if you go back and listen to all of our episodes. There's a lot of times he says that.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
I think he led a very sheltered life in East Texas.
I just want to know what stop you missed. That you just stayed on the train. You're like, I don't know where this is at.
I honestly forgot where I jumped off. But it's okay. I mean,
I
y'all
don't
were
think
doing
Blake
great.
was around for all my dogs. I don't think he ever, because you only saw the really sickly little bastard that I had.
Yep.
After she had hit, 100 and some odd years old. But
I like to call her 4 cell phones.
yeah. For those of y'all that don't know, we saved up the money to have this dog put down. But when we got there, we couldn't put her down because it was just too sad. So all this money we saved up, we went and bought cell phones and Apple Watches with it.
Which I support. I love that. On it, like it's.
I'd rather get cell phones and Apple Watches than put my dog down. Sorry.
Yeah.
Oh my God. I was like, for cell phone. I forgot that even happened, dude. That's insane to think about. That's so funny, man.
But that I have to say that was an expensive vet trip right there because I ended up spending 4 times what I would have spent just to have her put down.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I just like how y'all didn't did y'all not think it was going to be a week later this dog was going to possibly croak?
Yeah, because it kept going on and on and on. We had been dealing with everything that had been going on with her for probably about 2 months at that point.
Yeah.
And so, we were like, well, is it going to end? She's suffering like crazy. And then we were like, okay, make the appointment. We made the appointment and then got there. And I mean, as soon as I pulled up to the place, Rose just, you take me home right now with my baby. I'm not putting it. And I'm like, hey, I was just fixing to say the same thing, honey. Let's go.
Yeah.
And turned around. Sure enough, she went, probably like 3 weeks later.
Mm-hmm. But it's like the equivalent to me, if you ratio it out, of like you were taking your grandma to hospice and y'all went, you know what, we're going to get a pontoon boat. It doesn't make sense why she's going to die. Right. You needed that money.
I don't know. It was.
I think it was a way to channel y'all's feelings.
We felt so bad at that moment, of course, about putting the dog down. It was like, well, we need new cell phones. Why don't we go do that instead?
Let's go made a sandwich. He jumped to the highest price technology.
Because it cracked me up too. That was the day that I remember Diego had texted. I texted him first and said, "Hey, can you host Wake?"
Oh,
like
yes.
a week before or something. He was like, "Yeah."
Yes.
And then he was like, "Hey man, we gotta put the dog down today. I don't think I'm gonna make it. I'm just not in the right mindset and all this." And so he texted me and told me that, and I was like, "Dude, of course, I got you. Like, no problem." And I was never updated until I got to the mic, and Dylan just walks up, goes, "I got 2 phones." I'm like, "What?" And he was like, "Oh, my dad didn't tell you?" He was like, "Yeah, we couldn't follow through with it." So yeah.
Well, we had that dog for 17 years.
Yeah.
God
Close
damn.
to 17 years. We got her from birth till the day she was gone.
Yeah, it's not the emotional and what you did to make yourself feel better. It's more of the economics of the whole deal. That's all I'm saying. I'm like, think ahead a little bit on that one.
No, you put down what you had, and then you put the rest on a payment plan.
I
You're
do want to
fine.
know what are the specifics of Dylan's 2 phones. I know he got rid of.
He was fucking around. He
Just kept
had
his
his
old
old phone.
Okay.
Because we actually owned the phones.
I
We
thought it
didn't
was like
lease
a
them.
package deal. Y'all got 4. And you're like, fuck it, we'll just give him a second one.
No. In fact, Dylan was really cool with that, man. I wanted a PS5, and he took my Xbox and both of my old cell phone and his old cell phone, and turned them in and got enough back. He paid the rest and got me my PS5.
Nice,
Crazy.
Yeah. Pretty cool.
right on. Yeah, I remember. Which one was it? Marzi? No,
Pepper. Pepper was the one that died just now.
No.
Oh, Frankie, the wiener
Frankie.
dog. Yeah.
When Frankie went, we were recording this show downtown at like the free fucking radio station, and Frankie had died, and so it was me and Raymond outside, and he was like, "I'm not coming," and we were like, "All right," and I was like, "Well, shit, Raymond, like, let's just do this. Let's just see what me and you would be like, on like let's give it a shot, whatever. Like, this should be interesting." And I'm like, "All right, yeah, I mean, this will be weird and wacky, but this will be like kind of whatever." And then all of a sudden he pulls up, and he gets out, he walks over, and it just starts breaking down.
Yeah, no, Jack looked at me and said, "Doing all right, bud?" And I just looked up and went, and in the moment from looking at the ground, going to say, "Yeah, I'm okay," to looking up at Jack, it completely changed. No, I'm not okay.
So now I tell you all that to tell you, when I walked up to him after the Marzi thing and he holds up a smartwatch, I'm like, okay, I can't. I already prepared myself to thinking it was going to be like that. And this, like, I'm like, this is wild, dude. Whatever.
Damn.
I don't know.
And I can't rebuild it.
Yeah. It was really different though, because like Frankie, we didn't know was coming. There was this rapid decline. You remember she was a real fat dog, and then all of a sudden within about a week and a half, she just lost every bit of weight she had on her.
Caught her both.
Yeah. And she oh, so this is what they went through. Okay, I see.
She had Ozempic for dogs.
Yeah. So that was a tough one right there. And then Marzipan, we kind of knew about a week before. It was still really tough.
The dog's name was Marzipan.
Oh yeah.
Isn't that another drug?
No, she was a little white dog. And so that's a little white fluffy candy they make over in Germany. And so since we lived in Germany, we called her Marzipan.
That just sounds like that's a drug.
The drug.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm
I
almost
could see
certain
that.
it is.
Let's eat some marzipan, man.
I can see that.
But Pepper, months.
Yeah.
Just drone on for months. And we were like, nah, dude. When she passed, it was kind of like, well, the Pepper we knew had really kind of died already, months ago.
Yeah.
So we had dealt with it all by then. So when she went and then, didn't go, and we got our watches and then went 2 or 3 weeks later, it was kind of like, okay, we knew this was coming.
Yeah,
At least you captured it in 4K.
I was going to say, someone texted the other
Yeah.
in the group is like, Our dog just went.
Oh, ding, ding, ding. I'll tell him on my iWatch.
Yeah. Pepper's passed on.
Yep. She's gone to the grave, to the great beyond. Anyway.
What do you think she's doing right now?
Getting humped by Marzi. The devil's running around telling both of them, stop that shit. That's why you're here.
We go to heaven. Hey, what the hell?
Well, they were lesbians. I mean, they had to go to hell,
I
right?
know, there's such shit as you look at them, you would never think hell at all.
No, cutest little dogs you ever see in your
White
life.
and fluffy,
Yeah.
but just, oh.
I can picture Jason looking a dog in the face and be like, "You're going to hell."
You're going to hell, dog. You're going to hell.
He told us about kicking the one.
We don't talk about that one.
Did we not talk about? All right, just
No,
kidding.
we talk about that outside. That's
that
like my
was-
worst story ever that I don't talk about.
That was John.
Yeah, that was somebody else.
That was John Tuttle.
Yeah. Just a monster.
Let's just say I had a moment where I was cruel to a dog. I was young and stupid and shouldn't have done it. But anyway, yeah.
It happens, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah. But hey.
I've kicked a dog.
I've kicked a dog before.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you've kicked a dog's wannabe kids.
What?
Yeah. You
Your
just
current-
said you kicked all of her kids out of the way as you were walking through the house.
Oh, yeah, all these
That's
fake
worse.
children.
Fake children.
Get the fuck out of here.
That's worse.
Poor dog is fucking like completely fucking traumatized now because it just sees its kids flying through the air.
She's going to be real traumatized because one of them's a slipper shoe stuffed animal that Jacob had. So when he puts his foot in it, she's going to be like, ah!
He's wearing my children.
Yeah. I don't know if she's ever going to come back. Even if she realizes she was not pregnant the whole time, I don't think she's coming back from this one.
We
I gotta be
totally
honest.
need to do an animated show about this dog that believes all this shit is her children, and then various shit just happens to her children.
I can see that being a Cartoon Network-ish show. Yeah, for
like
sure.
an Adult Swim show.
Yeah.
Like
And it's called "All Dogs Go to Hell."
That's right. One of them's a pot. So she sees him put it on the stove. He's like, he set fire to my children and poured shit into it.
Oh my God. Yeah, I could see that happening. That'd be
Yeah.
pretty good. Get Mr. Adult Swim on the phone.
Yeah.
We'll go to Atlanta and we'll make $30,000.
Yeah.
I hear they don't pay shit.
No.
That sounds amazing.
That would be.
$30,000 split
Yeah.
3 ways, $10,000.
See Atlanta? I need
Change my life.
Hell yeah. Let's do it.
What would y'all do with $10,000 right
Put
now?
a down payment on a house.
Yeah, that's smart.
Actually, it'd be my earnest money and inspection money and all that shit.
What would you do with $10,000?
that.
You had to use it. You couldn't. Well, I'd invest it. No,
What if I invested it in scratch offs?
that
Hey,
sounds like something you would do.
it's about what you're doing
pretty
with
good.
with
No,
Wall
it's
Street
not.
anyway.
That is good. What are you talking about?
What are you talking
That's
about?
a white trap because the non-fun answer is pay all this fucking debt I'm accumulating right now. The fun answer is going and grabbing a 6-pack and the rest is in scratch-off tickets. That'd be so much fun.
No, it would.
I would literally have to call out on vacation to scratch all these tickets.
Yeah, and then lose.
Mm-hmm.
You would get like $7,000. And you would be pumped because you wouldn't understand. You'd be like, "Oh my God, honey, we made $7,000."
And actually, you may not make anything back. Rose is the most unlucky human being on earth.
I've never bought a scratch off.
1 year for Christmas, she looked at me
You
and
never
said,
bought a
I've never
scratch
bought a
off?
scratch
Get
off.
the fuck out
Never
of here.
won. I've been gifted them at like Christmas parties and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Never bought a scratch off.
1 year for Christmas, Rose told me she wanted $100 in scratchers. And I said, okay, that'll be fun. And I had seen people do this before and actually win back more money than what they started with. You know, because you're playing the odds. Dude, I swear to God, I think Rose came out of it with $20.
Yeah.
It's like, holy fuck, she lost like crazy on that.
What fucking fun adventures would you do with your $10,000? Build a
anything.
hamster thing of fucking for possums to run around in your goddamn shop?
Yeah.
What fun thing would you do?
I bet you buy a turbo for his car.
No. No. I probably in the same realm of it as a down payment on a house, but like
Yeah.
I would do something to set me up. I mean, obviously I'd pay off anything. I don't think I owe 10,000 on anything. I think
Boy, that sounds fun.
Yeah. Scratch offs, dude, that made me mad. That's crazy.
What makes me mad is usually with that you have like a real fun, whimsical, silly answer.
Yeah.
And you were like,
Well, I
yeah, I
wasn't
think I'd
asking-
invest too.
For this, he's looking for like a Dave Ramsey financial advice
I'm
type
sorry,
shit.
yeah.
Yeah, I didn't specify, hey, what
Yeah.
goofy thing, what dumb fucking thing would you do?
I will
with
have
it?
to say, if you had said $100 out of the $10,000 in scratchers, that's not crazy. That's fun.
Even 1,000.
It's all fun. What are you fucking talking about? I
But
would die on this shit.
$10,000 in scratchers, you are right. You'd have to take a fucking
What would I
vacation.
do?
That'd be so much
The
fun.
best part would be if you're one of these assholes that go into the 7-Eleven up here you used to work at and get their fucking scratchers and stand there at the fucking counter and scratch off their scratchers. If you did that with $10,000 worth of scratchers, I would video that and run a live stream of it. That is hilarious. You just standing there with this pile of scratchers next to you. I'm going to win soon. Don't worry.
They'd be so heavy they wouldn't even fold up like an
Right?
accordion. They'd just be sitting
Just
there.
a pile.
This is a better. This is a fun answer that I might actually would do is like buy, whether it's like what are they, Sea-Doos?
Yeah, the jet skis.
Yeah, jet skis. Buy a bunch of jet skis for you and your friends, or like
You would be
fucking
able to get about
mopeds.
one jet
A
ski.
bunch
for
of
No,
jet
I like
skis.
shitty, like old
used ones?
$1,000.
Yeah,
you can
yeah.
get like a decent jet ski for $1,000.
Yeah, for
It'll
$1,000.
run. And
So you'd buy $1,000 buoys, $10,000 buoys just floating along out there because it ain't gonna work.
Speaking
yeah,
of,
you could get a jet ski for $1,000. You could get a jet ski for $500 that runs. I guarantee it.
I had
Where
an
are you
idea.
gonna do
I'll
that?
pull it up as soon as this
Where's
is over.
your guarantee at?
I'll pull it up.
Yeah, right.
Promise you.
Get the fuck out of here.
The other thing was like
We need a
mopeds.
goddamn producer for this fucking conversation.
Or like mopeds. Or like Miatas. Or
Yeah.
just a beater car. Just a bunch of shitty cars.
Oh, go buy like
think it just be-
5 beater cars and
Yeah,
run
just
them into
bumper
each
cars,
other and
yeah.
shit. Yeah, that could be fun.
Yeah, that's fun.
Scratch offs. That I'm mad. That's the poorest shit I've ever heard.
I
in
think
my
it's
life.
funny how mad you are.
I know. You're the one that came up with the most original scenario. What would you do with a lot of money and that didn't even have a fun
Well,
fucking
no,
answer
it's all
behind
started
it?
because you said we were going to make $30,000 from some show on Adult Swim, and I said, all right,
Oh,
we all
yeah.
get 10,000. What are you going to do with it?
Yeah.
Scratch off.
It would have been a fun thing to make it. We would have been doing a fun thing, and to spend it, we should have fun. You came with fucking. Well, I got a credit card that's getting a little outstanding. So.
I don't have a credit. I don't have a credit card. I don't fuck around with risks.
Not at all.
No.
Apparently.
I
So, like, if
can't-
I
I-
took you to Vegas, you wouldn't gamble.
I wouldn't go to Vegas. If you invited me to Vegas, I'd say no.
Really?
Yeah.
Because I thought about making a guy's trip out there. Me, you, him.
I mean, I'd go,
Dylan and,
but I wouldn't. I would be the guy that, first of all, probably couldn't afford to do the trip.
yeah.
So if it was paid, maybe.
Yeah.
And then I would be the guy that would show up and be like, "Oh, my girlfriend gave me $100 allocated funds and like can't spend any more." I don't.
Jesus.
I've never gambled. I've only gambled other people's money.
That's good because you're going to die rich, and Jack and I are going to fucking go into a pauper's grave.
I don't
but,
think
you
I'll
know.
ever die rich.
What?
But well,
So, are you against gambling, or do you?
I'm not against it. I just personally, I think I'm too like scientific and mathematical to be like, it's not, and I don't. It's not fun for me. Like even when I'm given a scratch off,
When you can figure
no
out the odds
fun.
in your head.
I'm not
Yeah,
excited
kinda
at all
sucks.
because I'm already like 99% of me knows I'm gonna be disappointed when I
Yeah.
scratch it off. So like, there's no. I
Yeah,
don't have.
I can
Fun
see that.
attitude, yeah, of course.
I don't have hope.
Yeah, no shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I enjoy other normal things.
Now that we've established that Blake is not going to make it through the next few years, if you know what I mean,
No.
we need to cut this off here.
Yeah.
We're getting about that time. But I want y'all to think about something until next week, and let's do some little research here, because I did. Foley had the idea of him and Kippy buying an airplane to go to gigs, and I looked it up. You can get an old Cessna for around $60,000. Just putting it out there, guys.
So
What if we got a plane.
We need 2 seasons of false pregnancy.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll get home and write it up.
2 seasons of your dog thinking that bobblehead right there is her child.
Exactly. At least he's a hero.
Anyway, do y'all have anything between now and next week? Yeah, I don't either.
Nice.
Yeah. So anyway, October I have something coming up, but we'll talk about that later. Till next time, love each other. Bye.
Bye.